Hey everyone, before we begin, I just wanted to give a special thank you to Princeton and to HHMI for hosting the 24th Annual Summer Workshop for Science Teachers. I wanted to give a special thank you to Anne, Anna, and Heather for making these 2 weeks an amazing experience, and especially to everyone else who has completely changed the way we look at science. Now, Adrian and I wanted to make a video in order just to show the different types of things that you can do in the classroom. One being a flipped video in order to prepare your students for the lab they're about to see. The flipped video that you will be seeing is going over the agenda that we will be looking at tomorrow in class for our curriculum development. Now, we've been hearing many people talk about experimental design and how we can implement it into the classroom. So instead of only talking about it, me and Adrian came up with the idea as actually having the entire lab do an experimental design so that everybody can go through the entire process. We have a 20-minute block that will be going over experimental design. The 20-minute block is broken up into 30 seconds where you will brainstorm different factors that affected the C. elegans lab at an individual level. Then, we'll give you 30 seconds to brainstorm these factors with your group. We will then share out for an entire minute brainstorming the factors that affected the C. elegans lab as a whole class. You'll be then given 8 minutes where each group will select a particular factor and develop a testable question and null hypothesis while creating a pictorial representation of the procedures as well as any charts or tables that you would be using to collect your data. Now for our 10 minutes, one group will come up and explain their entire experimental design, while each of the groups will then give their feedback and constructive criticism. For the sake of time, only one group will be presenting their experimental design, but in your classroom, each of the groups will be presenting in a rotating fashion, with each of the remaining groups providing their feedback as well as suggestions for improvement. Now I'm all about technology in the classroom, so one of the activities that we'll be doing after we do the 20-minute experimental design is a 5-minute 24/7 video activity. Now the 24/7 video activity is broken up into 2 sections. One is you'll be creating a 24-second video answering what are the benefits of this approach pertaining experimental design, and provide one example of how you could use this in your classroom. Besides making the 24-second video, you will be also coming up with a 7-word synthesis that you can use that sums up the experimental design in 7 words. So you'll be given 5 minutes in your group to come up with the 24-second video and to come up with the 7-word synthesis. Now in the remaining 5 minutes, we will be recording the 24/7 videos from each of the different groups. We will be uploading these videos into a Google folder and then sharing them with you so that each person can have access to the different ideas that are compiled from the various groups.